We've been more city-based this week, where we've taken in the sights of Marrakech and now Fez. And we have certainly saved the best park up till last. We came down into Marakesh yesterday, stayed at the Lorello campsite, plotted up there, and had a lovely morning at the pool, cooling down. And now we've come into Marakesh for the afternoon and evening. It was quite funny, we came in and both Dave and I said, oh, Chouara feels a lot smaller than when we were both here last time, and it certainly feels a lot quieter. I think that's because it's just so bloody hot. But hopefully I think it's going to come alive a bit later when there's more traders and the sun is going down, and it will just be a bit busier. But for now we're enjoying a lovely late lunch, early dinner on a very cool terrace.
Once we'd got over the quietness on our first arrival into Marrakech, we had our lunch and it became the chaotic, crazy, mental place we both remembered it to be. As the sun started to go down, the temperature dropped, plus Hamad Al Fanar came alive. Yeah, there's the usual snake charmers and the people with monkeys on chains, which we absolutely abhorred. Definitely didn't get involved with them. There's the fruit sellers, there's the tarot card readers, there's the street performers, there's just everything, and everyone wants a piece of you. You do not get to go 5 yards without somebody asking you if you want food, if you want to come to their shop, if you want to buy this, buy that, buy something else. It is an absolute assault on the senses. But what I will say is that for everything we bought walking through the souks, Isla was given at least 2 freebies. She honestly came back with so much free stuff.
As you saw in our previous video, the last time I was in Marrakech, I was absolutely terrified of all the other drivers. But today, I'm going to face my fear and drive Bebe, our 15-ton truck, out of Marrakech. Wish me luck. Oh, we could have gone that way though, it's less bumpy. First challenge, get out of where we've been staying with the power lines. Do you want to just check?
Yeah.
Because at the minute, this one is the lowest we've ever seen. Oh, moped. And even though we're going with them, so we're going in line with them, we still need to be careful that we're not obviously going to snag anything as we go. Oh, I just swear you want to die. Right on my bums. It's right on my bottom, Mr. Moped. Are you kidding me? You've got 2 children on your bike and you are riding on our arse. Genius. Move over. This is my side of the road. Well, this road is a bit squeaky bum tight and there's a camber to the right hand side of us, so it feels like you're kind of constantly tilting that way. So, if you want to come to Morocco, a little bit of advice. Roundabouts. We have still yet to fully understand the way in which roundabouts work in Morocco. You'd think, logically, you give way to the left, because as you're driving on the right hand side of the road, you concede to those guys coming towards you on the left. But apparently not. Sometimes they just come round and they stop halfway around the roundabout and let you go. So you're kind of like, oh, well, what are we doing? Are we going? Are we staying? Thank you very much. Oh, there's a moped. Oh, there's a caleche. So yeah, and then you just go, basically. We've learned if it's safe and sometimes maybe a little bit not safe, you just go for it, basically. Well, if I'm honest, that wasn't actually too bad. Apart from the odd person who doesn't know how to give way on a roundabout, and the couple of mopeds that decide that they're bigger than us and want to run up the right-hand side, all went pretty well. Not too terrifying at all.
Well, Jess did a stonking drive out of Marrakech yesterday on our way to Fez, and you know the reality of overlanding, it is not always gorgeous park up locations. This was just a needs must. We'd been driving for quite a while. We didn't want to go all the way to Fez because we don't travel that quickly. So we did about 220 kilometers, and this was a spot that we'd seen on Park for Night, and we thought it was a nice kind of halfway point. Perfect just to sleep in. We're kind of in what seems to be somewhere they've quarried out. I mean, it was nice and quiet. It wasn't that far off the road. Nobody bothered us. There was no one here. We were nicely sheltered from any wind. But it's not really the prettiest location. But it was perfect. Perfect for what we needed. Now, we're going to get back out of here and head on to Fez. We've got to get up through the Middle Atlas Mountains, all the way up and over. We're kind of in the flatlands at the moment, and we're going to go up through the mountains and back down the other side to Fez.
So we are at the Royal Palace in Fez, and it is pretty beautiful. You can't actually go in it, which is a little bit of a shame, but not to worry, you can go and check out the gorgeous set of gates behind me. It was built in the 1960s, commissioned by the former king, and it's pretty impressive, to be honest. I was back there having a little picture with the gates, and I accidentally leant back onto it, and oh my goodness, is it a little bit toasty with the sun reflecting on it. But if you're in Fez, it's a great place to come and check out.
Well, in a change from being out in the wilds, we are now in Fez. So tonight, it's city views, and the sun is just going down. Sunset here, the sun's actually setting over that way, so it disappears behind the hill out the back of Fez, casting golden light as it falls through here, but that's not what I'm interested in. What I'm really interested in here this evening is when the lights come on in the city, when we get the blue hour after golden hour, blue comes up in the sky, we get the lights in the city, it creates more contrast, because at the moment, now that the sun's set and there's no lights on, it's just kind of flat. There's not that much contrast, and I quite like contrast in my pictures. Well, we're just about getting into blue hour now, and you can see that the contrast is starting to build because the lights in the city and in the old Medina and over the old madrasa, they're all starting to show through. It needs to get just a little bit darker for them to really show up, but we're getting there.
One of the things you absolutely have to do when you come to Fez is come to the tanneries. Chouara, which is where we are now, is one of the biggest, and as you can see behind me, it is incredibly active. I've got my mint, which you used to have for the smell. It's not too bad, the smell, but yeah, it's quite overpowering in places. But it is phenomenal. The amount of dyeing and leather being treated and hung out to dry is phenomenal. It's a must do when you come to Fez. So that's it. Our 3 months in Morocco are up. I don't know where it's gone, but it has flown by. But we are on to adventures anew.
Isla, where are you going?
To the airport.
To the airport? And what are you going to do at the airport?
Go on an aeroplane.
Why are you going on an aeroplane?
Because I'm going to go and see all my friends.
Oh, really? And who are you going to see first?
Grandma. And then Auntie Ella.
And who else?
I like Grandma more than Auntie Ella.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Grandma will be very happy to hear that.
Yeah. And I'll tell her that maybe she has a present for me. Maybe it's wrapped up in a box.
Maybe.
With a bow on it.
We're in a taxi on the way to the airport, feeling very strange actually. This is technically my last drive in Morocco, not in Bebe sadly, but yeah, it's mixed emotions. I'm excited to see family, I'm excited to get back and catch up with some friends as well, but I'm a bit sad about leaving Dave. A little bit sad. No, so sad. Really excited for Isla, first time on an aeroplane. She is so excited to see everybody. Yeah, trousers on, very odd. Feels very strange, got a bra on. Oh my God, shock horror. Coats packed, trainers in the bag. Hoping that we get a little bit of sunshine while we're back in the UK. And then back to Italy to see if Dave successfully managed to get out of Morocco or not. See you on the other side.
And that's it. The end of the Moroccan adventure of all of us, because Jess and Isla just gone that way. Isla's first time on an aeroplane, and she was super excited, but I think when it came to walking away and leaving me, she was all super upset. At least I'd like to think she was. I was certainly upset. It's always hard whenever I go away for work. I have to leave her because we spend so much time together. It's always hard to leave her. This time she's going away from me for 9 days, but she's got a unicorn, and you're going to keep a tight hold of unicorn, right?
Yeah. Get my unicorn in the picture too.
There we go, unicorn's in the picture. She's excited about getting on the plane, and she's going to go get her vaccines. And she's excited about that. She's excited about seeing Grandma and Auntie Ella and all her friends. And yeah, I'm now going to get in a taxi and head my way back to Bebe and figure out what to do for the next 5 days before I go and get on a ferry to Italy.
As Isla and I pack up to fly back to the UK, make sure you join Dave and Otis next week to see what the lads got up to on tour when they were trucking solo. And if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button below because they really help us. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Fuck.